Alright, so in this tutorial we're going to start to shape the eye of the dragon. Alright, so I'm going to be using the edge loop tool and the smart tool kit you see on the right. And if you recall, we put this SMT on our dock in an earlier tutorial, and that allows me to go in and access those tools. So let's start by defining that brow a little bit better. So I'm going to get the edge loop tool. I'll click here and I'll throw an edge in like so. And I'm going to go to my orthographic view to kind of tweak this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to scale this so it has a little bit more of the contour that the drawing is reflecting here. So I'm going to hit R on the keyboard to get my scale tool. Let's just go in here again. There we go. And I'm going to hold D and V because I want to scale this from here down and not tweak this too much down where the jawline is. So I'm going to hold down D and V. And if I grab that yellow circle now, I can snap it to the bottom of the jaw, and you can see the scale tool stays there. So what that means is I can click here now and drag, and I maintain the line of the jaw, but scale just up here as I wanted. I'm going to hit Command S to save, continue. Now I'm going to jump into my perspective view. And I'm just going to shape out the beginnings of an eye socket. And I'm going to use a smart tool to do this, the smart tool kit. So I'll select my geometry, and I'll click on my SMT button till I see the tools over here. And I'm going to be using that multi-cut tool. So I'll click on it, and I'm coming up here, and I'm just to define where the eye socket might be eventually. So I'll start here, I guess I'll go across like so, here, and I'll finish there. And I'm going to come right back to here, and you can almost see the eye socket where it will take place. Now we need to define where the eyeball is going to be. And it's going to be a static eyeball. This is a game environment. We can't have moving eyes. There's really a lot to consider as far as our file size goes. So that said, I'm simply going to kind of mimic a smaller version of that socket shape we just defined on the inside of the larger outside shape. I'll come back to where I started, hit return, Command S to save. So you can kind of see where we're going with this. Now, usually the socket is a little higher and the skull slopes down in this area. So once again, I'm going to get my smart tool, multi-cut, and I'm going to click here, and I guess I'll come up on the head like so, over here, and I think I'll stop right at the corner of the ear and hit return. And once again, Command S to save. All right, so I'm going to quickly go in with my vertex move tool. I'm just going to tweak these elements and pull the skull down where it might be if it had an eye socket. If this were truly a dragon. So I'm kind of using the reference, maybe a deer or cow, whatever, but you can see now the socket is starting to mimic an animal that might be similar. And if you wanted to now, you could go in and you could start to move these out a bit. But I'm going to start to extrude some faces, and I'm going to find that's going to work a little bit better. So I'll go back to my object mode. Command S to save, continue. I'm going to click on my move tool. I'm going to right click and choose face, and I'll select the outside ridge, which will define the brow and the eye socket. And I'll click on my extrude tool. And now if I was to pull that out, I'll pull it up a little bit like so. Command S to save, continue. All right, so we've got the eye roughed in. What I may do is go in and I'm just going to get this edge. I'm going to grab that middle edge and I'm just going to pull it out to get the eyeball a little bit of roundness. So if I hit 3 on the keyboard, I'll deselect object mode. Take my wireframe off so we can see this a little bit more clearly. You'll see there's kind of a basic eye there. Now you can go in, you can customize this and tweak it more to your suit, to suit your drawing perhaps. But while I'm at this, I'm also going to go in and define the ear a little bit better based on the same kind of a function. So once again, I'm going to get my Smart tool. I'll get the multi-cut. And I'm just going to kind of go in here and start to define where the ear might have a bit of an opening or recess a bit based on the drawing. So I think I'm going to go here, then I'll come back around here. So all these points are editable if you need to more closely with your drawing. And then rather than leave this, I'm going to come down and I'll end that like so. I'll hit return. So that'll be all right for now. I'm not sure I'll keep it that way, but you can see these clean lines intersecting are going to give our geometry better contour, especially if there are rounded surfaces and we run the smooth if that's a requirement. Well, now I'll go to faces. I'll select this one right through here, and I'll click on the extrude tool, and I'll pull it back like so. Now, you may decide that, well, you know, I like that contour. You have to be really careful here. So I'm going to get my vertices, and I'll hit 4. And I'm going to get this one. I'll hit F, W, and I'll grab that, and I'll just pull that in a bit so it's not out the back of the ear. There we go. That's a little bit better, a little shallower there. And I'll hit 3. You can see that pretty much is what we will have if we were to run our smooth. So I'm going to right click, click on object, Command S to save, continue, and I'm going to hit 1 on the keyboard to return back to my modeling. And we'll save.